Hello kings, queens, and majesties, welcome to Whalestat. I am Slice of Otaku, and I really need to talk to you about the upcoming 5-star Pyro bow user, Yoimiya. Now Yoimiya is slated for official release really soon, and for a while now there has been a whole lot of discourse surrounding this character that I feel needs to be discussed. Currently there seems to be a pretty heated debate in regards to the overall worth of this character. Now mind you, this by its lonesome is nothing new. I feel like pretty much any time a new character is just over the horizon, their usefulness tends to be a topic of debate leading up to release to varying degrees. To name a few, Ganyu was at one time believed to be underwhelming, Eula's heavy use of physical damage was considered ineffective and or lackluster, and Kazuha was proposed to be an inferior Sucrose. That being said, as the game has progressed, so too has its community, and our overall understanding of its contents, and access to information. Grandiose proclamations in regards to a character's capabilities prior to launch won't be going away anytime soon, but at the very least, if you are willing to look, there are numbers out there to guide our thinking. And with all this, there are those that find Yoimiya to be a bit lacking in certain respects. The main point being that when compared to some of her contemporaries such as Hu Tao or the 4-star Shang Ling, who has certainly rose to greater prominence as of late, she is simply not as effective. Now mind you, there are plenty of additional points being made that are far more specific than that, but ultimately, this is what it usually boils down to. And I suppose what provides additional credence to this hypothesis would be the fact that we are actually able to play with the character a bit before her release, what has effectively allowed players to get a better grasp of what she is able to provide, and again, she doesn't seem to provide much of anything that you wouldn't find greater elsewhere. Now granted, you could argue that the artifact set that she had been provided is not well suited at all. However, she is still equipped with the new 5-star bow, Thundering Pulse, so I for one would like to believe that a balance has been struck there at the very least. And I'll be honest, if you like Yoimiya as a character, you think she's cute and you want to play her, whatever the case may be, go right ahead. I mean, this game does not even have a hint of PvP in it. And so unless you are imposing standards upon yourself that are outside of the game's parameters, you are more than likely not competing with anyone. And so although some characters may be objectively better suited to handle certain situations when compared to others, it doesn't even matter. Yoimiya, as far as we are currently able to tell, is not the best character, but she's not terrible either. However, for me personally, I find myself caught in the middle just a bit. I love lore, I love story, and I love these characters, but I do actually want them to be as effective as possible. And don't get me wrong, I don't need characters that are inherently broken or overpowered. All I truly ask for are characters that are fun to play and have the potential to do crazy things if I put the effort to do so. And with that being said, I think Yoimiya is adorable with a great design and personality, but as it currently stands, her kit seems like it could use some work. And again, she will be able to put up some great numbers no matter what if properly invested, I don't doubt that, but in regards to team compositions, I just can't see her running her own show for me personally, when there are so many others better suited for the role. Despite really liking the character, if she fails to pair well with others in such a team-oriented game, I would be foolish to invest in her. There's nothing about her capabilities that make her stand out or even be debatable, and I think that's really sad. And like beyond that, I just can't help but feel sorry for Yoimiya. I mean, when it comes to these debates, it is hard to even call them that when there's pretty much no objective counter-arguments to be found. If you like the character, you like the character. There's nothing really to debate when it comes to that sort of stuff. But overall, I just can't find any positive points being expressed about her kit that aren't stifled in some capacity. And as if that wasn't bad enough, this character is all but sandwiched between the prior release of Ayaka, the highly anticipated release of the final pre-launch character, and the soon-to-be release of the Electro Archon Ball, the reference of which is pretty much self-explanatory. Truly, I do hope that the future is brighter for Yoimiya. Whether that means a buff or changes from miHoYo to her character, an improvement of clunky auto attacks overall to make such a normal attacking bow user more desirable, or the addition of characters that fit her better than others, Yoimiya just needs something going for her. And listen, you guys already know the first part of this channel's name, so of course we are going to be rolling for Yoimiya, and I actually do like the character, so I do want her regardless of how effective she may be, even if I'm just going to prioritize the advancement of other characters ahead of her. And at that, please do not take this video the wrong way. My intention here is not to dissuade you from rolling for the character if you want the character. I would never want to do that because personally, when I was first beginning with this game in the early days of its release, Klee came out, and with me being a pretty casual player at the time with a lack of understanding, I was influenced by the sentiments of various content creators at the time to skip her banner. I thought that she was adorable and I loved the whole bomb thing, and after her banner left, I seriously regretted not getting her because of just how fun her gameplay looked. At this point, thanks to her recent rerun, I was able to get a hold of her, but even still, I have yet to even build her up because there are so many other characters that need that attention. And with her fulfilling a similar role to Yanfei, who I absolutely love and adore, she is not too high up on the priority list. Not to mention that I have to get all these other characters ready to present to all of you. But with all that being said, from meta slaves to waifu masters and everyone in between, I feel like improvements to Yoimiya would be in all of our best interests. Again, I don't need her to be broken, overpowered characters should not be the standard, but I would actually love for her kit to be just as special as her character. But hey, maybe that's just me. Let us know how you feel about all this in the comments down below. And if you'd like to be here for even more Genshin Impact content, be sure to subscribe to WhaleStat with notifications on. I've been your host, Slice of Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.